everyone. I am Mahesh Chandra. I head the banking and financial services at Wipro. Today I have the pleasure of having Amit. Amit Kumar heads our consulting business at Wipro. Amit, great to have you today.
Thank you for having me, Mahesh.
In this series of conversations where we will explore the bold moves banks must make to stay relevant, resilient, and ready for what's next.
Sure.
I see this as a defining moment for the financial services summit with rapid disruption, new growth models, shifting customer expectations, and a future that demands speed, trust, and reinvention all at once.
Yep. Absolutely.
On top of that, there are new revenue streams that are being generated. Fintechs are blurring the industry, and the value streams is moving beyond traditional products. So let me start my first question to you.
Sure.
With this, what do you see as the biggest growth opportunities for the banks, maybe in the next 2 to 3 years? And importantly, where do you see the role of consulting in this journey?
Sure. No, thank you. Look, technology is disrupting the entire ecosystem that we operate in. More so the banking sector, especially. And as we get the advent of generative AI, etc., hyper personalization is the way everything is headed for.
Yeah.
And so our banks need to pivot away from very standard, typical products that they've been offering historically to hyper personalized product to their consumers.
Yeah.
And that's the shift that the banks needs to make. Embedding the traditional banking into B2B, B2C platform is the other area that they should explore. I think the most important thing is how do you get out of an old product mindset into personalizing products to the need to meet this requirement of your customer today. That's the opportunity that we have to go through. And the role of consulting in this is extremely pivotal because, whether it is defining the new line of business, what should that be looking like? Defining the operating model, what should be the talent strategy? How do you go to market? All of that comes together, and that's the role of consulting in this space. So it's an exciting time to be in this space. It's a very regulated industry historically.
Yeah.
And now with the opening up of technology landscape and the opportunity that it presents, there's a lot of things that could be done in the sector.
Thank you.
So now let me ask you this. What are you hearing on ground? Or, you've been working with banks and payments provider. How are they thinking about getting out of non-traditional products, towards innovative services, towards value-added services? Are you hearing anything on the ground, or is this just too early days?
No, I think we are hearing a lot. And I think it's a very good question, especially in the industry we are in. I think the way I look at it, if you look at the shifting priorities of the banks are primarily aiming to deliver contextual, personalized, something you mentioned about, and value-added services that integrate into customers' daily lives, right? There's one, if you look at it, the more we have ecosystem-centric models, where banks are transforming from product-centric into more financial ecosystems by integrating third-party via your open systems, open banking as a service, and to deliver seamless and value-based experiences across industry. And what we're also seeing, number two, is hyper-personalization. The fact you mentioned, it's very much there. They have a lot of customer data. They're analyzing the customer data, like your transactions, the behavior part of it, the demographics, and the other insights, what they can generate, and they correlate them with their real-time activities to offer customized and contextual products and services.
Sure.
Then there is AI. I mean, AI is going to be there, but the AI-first operations, especially in banking and financial services, where you're shifting businesses from actually manual processes to AI-driven system, which actually enhances efficiency, scalability, and decision-making through automation and intelligence. And I think then we see the decentralized finance as in DeFi model. Actually, it marks a shift towards more open, transparent, and user-friendly system. And it's also disrupting the traditional finance by democratizing access, improving your efficiency, and fostering innovation. And the way I look at it, Amit, very soon, hopefully in the next few years, I think we'll start experiencing banks not just only as a financial partner, but an ecosystem that powers financial wellness, commerce, and our daily lives.
Absolutely. And that's where the B2B, B2C space becomes extremely relevant, that they have to move into that space. All right.
So a tricky question for you.
Yes.
Since we all have been in this business for long, we try to
Right.
hold things, sometimes for revenue, which we shouldn't be doing,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, what part of the current revenue model do you think banks are protecting? It's more of a habit, rather than future potential. Right?
Look, banks have been very regulated, right?
Yeah.
And so, come with the regulation, you also get the mindset that there are certain revenue streams that you sort of protect as if yours. Whether it's the interchange fees or the mortgage fees, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of that revenue is just being protected like that because of the traditional thinking. Now, with the change in technology around us and the buying behavior and the consumer behavior, et cetera, they need to be open for change.
Yeah.
And they need to be open to look at things differently. If you are protected and insulated, you also sort of disrupt the innovation, or you slow down the pace of innovation. And in this era that we're in, if they don't get out of that protective mindset
Yeah.
and be open to changing the business model and that new revenue stream, somebody else will come and take that space. So I think it's time about that bank gets that message very loud and clear, and start getting out of the traditional ways of revenue that they've been generating and start making new value added product, if I could call it,
Yeah.
which is more personalized to the individual consumer. So that's where it should be going.